Moshpit Passion, you know, for the passion of music.
Herzlich willkommen bei Moshpit Passion auf YouTube. Ich bin der Kajo und wie ihr sehen könnt, wir sind nicht alleine. Und zwar sind wir hier mit den Cutthroat Brothers in Düsseldorf. Wir haben hier eine kleine Sondersendung für euch vor. Und zwar zeigen wir euch neben Interviews auch ein paar Liveclips. Und hin und wieder werde ich ja zwischen Deutsch und Englisch her switchen. So I told the audience that I will switch between English and German, translate what you are saying.
Yes.
And my first question is, how is the European tour so far? I saw during the last days, or at least last week, you're touring in Italy. And what I found interesting is when it comes to the Italian community, it's not quite often that bands are touring in Italy and doing, I don't know, how many shows did you play there? It's amazing.
6 shows.
So how was the feedback from the Italian audience? Because I don't know nothing seriously about the Italian audience.
They're great. They're great. Everybody in every country in the world loves rock and roll music. So we're finding those people, you know, through Super Suckers, of course, you know.
Great.
Yeah.
And now it's your second date, German date, right? Now, yesterday you played in Hamburg.
It's our third or second?
Second German date.
Yeah, yesterday you played in Hamburg or?
Hamburg, yeah.
Hamburg, yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
and
cool.
How in general would you say is the tour so far after the whole, let me say, big C?
Shh,
We don't say that.
It's out there. I mean, it's just there. The world took a couple of years to adjust. And I'm glad that if it's just a little window and it gets worse or something, you know, I'm glad to be out here. You know, I think we both are really, really happy to be out here.
Yeah. For me, it's like I'm out here for the people who can't, who haven't had the chance to be out there and party and have a good time and let go. And when we made this decision, it wasn't about, we figured we'll probably get COVID, but you know, we're going to be out here for the fans and with our buddies and living life, because I mean, at this point, you know, we've spent 2 years behind doors, and I'm not afraid to wear a mask, but you know, or any of the stuff. I've vaccinated, all of that, but it's time to be out with people, you know, to connect. And I think music is a healer, you know.
Definitely.
So during these times of, like, when people are mentally fucked up and stuck in their homes and all this shit, and now they get a chance to come out and just heal and be with their friends and listen to music and just let all that, you know, just let it go. Let it go.
And nobody's shook their asses for 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
It's important to shake your ass.
Definitely. Yeah, I remember because when we got in contact, it was almost 2.5 years ago for a printed issue, and I was like, yeah, cool, I hope this band will come to Europe. And you told, spring 2020, we will on tour. Nothing happened. And now, 2 years later, finally, I saw the show tonight. I recorded also a couple of stuff. And I was like, wow, that was 2 years. I mean, it was long, but finally it was worth it to wait to see you guys. I mean,
thank you.
For those who don't know, you are living in Hawaii.
Yes.
And I don't know, you were in Washington?
Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, in...
We're just going to quit saying I live in Tacoma and just say
we're from Hawaii.
Because Hawaii is much cooler than Tacoma. Just say that.
Hey, no, Tacoma's cool. We have a lot of good friends there.
Yeah. I will translate it short for our audience,
yes,
German audience.
Also
ich habe die Jungs gefragt, ja, wie es eigentlich aussieht. So 2 lange Jahre sind die halt hier nicht rübergekommen. Und ihr seht, die Jungs haben hier Spaß und die sagten, ja, es wurde wieder Zeit, dass Leute wie wir halt rüberkommen, dass wieder Normalität herrscht und wir halt dementsprechend auch, den Leuten halt das Tanzen wieder beibringen und sehr, sehr schön zu sehen, dass heute Abend zum Beispiel Leute das nicht vergessen haben.
This is the one we like to call Suck It, Kim. Suck it, Kim. Give me your secret script, sharp and painless, filled with sweetness. this is the time. We thank everybody for coming out tonight, all right? So yeah! Are you guys ready for fucking super suckers tonight? Say yeah! This is also the time when we take a moment to thank our spirit animal, Mr. Jeffrey Lee Pierce of the Gun Club. He wrote a little song. We like to play it. It goes something like this. Well, you look just like an Elvis from hell. I'm gonna go to hell. Burn me way down deep in hell. Cause we's barbering, man. We're going to burn in hell. For the love of life. Oh, yeah. Come on now. Oh, Paycheck on the drums, everybody, come on. I'm gonna buy me a graveyard of my own. Kill everyone that ever done me wrong. I'm gonna buy me a gun just as long as my arm. And kill everyone that ever done me harm. For the love of Thank you so much. Thank you so fucking much.
You are back with a new record, Devil in Berlin.
Yes.
It's a great banger out there. You played a lot of songs tonight, for instance, also the title track.
Yes.
And I want to know, what is so special about Berlin? Because I saw in the past, let me say, 15 years, a couple of bands wrote songs about Berlin or titled their record after Berlin.
David Bowie, like all of that kind of stuff.
For
And we
instance,
definitely love all of that. We love all of that.
Yes. I mean, it goes back to the roots of rock and roll, and that's where we go. You know, we're not like the new. We're taking it a step back. You know.
And
Devil in Berlin, we wrote that record right off of the shutdown from COVID, and right after our tour. We thought we were going to go back, and it got shut down. So I started writing stuff, sent it to Donnie. We were going back and forth, and we went over and recorded this record. That was literally just the energy of that tour, the energy of the crowds, and location, you know, and still like we're still writing about the same things, you know, drugs, sex. Murder,
rock and roll,
the devil,
the devil.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, definitely, they're important stuff. That's all what people want to know. I don't want any COVID songs or how you depressed.
No.
Everybody got depressed, so we want something different, something fun to dance. Like you said, kicking asses or let's move people.
Shaking asses.
Shaking asses.
Yeah.
This should be your title, because before the interview started, we were talking about TBC, taking care
of business.
Yeah, that should be a slogan, shaking asses.
Shaking care of basses. It's for all the fishing people out there.
We love you.
We would kill for you.
I would kill for you if you want me to. Anything you need, I can make it bleed. Oh, if you ever doubt it, I'll make you feel so fine about it. Dying to kill, killing to die for you. Dying to kill, killing to die for you. I would die for you if you want me to. And another day, anytime you say, oh, you should never leave me, I'll die anywhere they never leave me, 'cause I'm dying to kill, giving the time for you. Dying to kill, killing the time for you. You feel the spell of love, and you will never be the same. Forever to the time, serving to the flame. And once you feel the spell of love, and you will never be the same. Forever to the time, serving to the flame. Someone you can live for. Someone you can kill for. Kill for
What I want to know is, because you were a barber, what was the craziest, let me say, haircut or facial style which you gave a person back in the day? Where you thought, dude, are you serious about that? Was it something silly, something serious, something awkward?
Well, what comes to mind for me is like, you know, I do tons of great skin fades and all these great haircuts. But the ones I end up remembering the most are the ones that are upsetting when someone comes in. Like, for instance, a female came and sat in my chair and gave me directions to give them an undercut. And I gave them exactly what they wanted, and then they didn't like it, and you know, and basically started crying in my chair. I can't handle that.
That's sad. That's a sad story.
That's a sad one.
This is rated S for sad.
Yeah, definitely.
But
the what for me, it's always like what people say. I get crazy. I get interesting, I should say, like conversations in the chair. Everybody just starts talking their opinions. Yeah. Like guy sits down. It's like, Hillary Clinton is eating babies. I'm like, what the fuck are you? What? What are you fucking saying? Like,
but it's serious that they are telling.
To him, it was real.
Right. Well, weird.
You know, they say everything, and then you just do the cut, and you're like, all right, man. Like,
eating babies. Yeah.
Killer.
Can I get
Thanks,
also
man.
one?
Yeah, it's great. I'll fucking clock that. You know.
Dude, I mean, there's somehow, let me say, on a level, it's somewhat like a priest, you know. You go into the chair and you are telling the priest your sins.
It's a confession.
Your confession.
And we don't talk about what our clients say. You are safe. You are. It is like a priest, but a priest,
or a bartender.
Well, it's like a priest that gives you a really nice haircut.
Definitely.
And you don't have to suck his dick if you're a little kid.
Right.
Definitely. So.
Right.
So we're similar, but very different.
Yeah, definitely.
Very different.
Definitely.
Come on! Say yeah, say yeah, say fuck yeah, say ah fuck yeah, say super suckers, say super suckers, say super suckers. 1, 2, 3. She got long black hair and X-ray eyes, got a Ouija board sitting on her thigh. One thing about my baby. One thing about my baby. One thing about my baby. She got X-ray eyes. She got X-ray eyes. How rude. She got short black bangs and long white fangs on the telegraph sky and the hill for 9. One thing about my baby. One thing about my baby. One thing about my baby. Oh, yeah. The tune tonight. Thank you so fucking much. She got on my fines. She got on my fines. Come on.
And my last question is, because our magazine is called Moshpit Passion, do you have any kind of moshpit experience which you want to share? Like
Yes,
when you
we
were
do.
young? When you were young or maybe on
so
stage?
Much. From Zeke and just from going to shows. What was your first mosh pit you were in, Donnie?
Okay, so
It can also be
kid,
something completely silly.
I don't know if it was the first, but the first. I remember seeing this mosh pit at an Accused show.
The Accused.
Yeah, the Accused.
So, and like,
did you get in there?
it may have been 1988 or 89. I went to see the Melvins and the Accused at a place called the Community World Theater in Tacoma. And the Melvins were just playing so dirgy and slow. And I was like, oh my God, this is insane. And then the Accused come on. And they're playing Martha Splatterhead, if you're familiar with the record.
Not that much.
So there's this PA stacks, you know, and they're almost up to the top of the, because this is an old theater, they're almost to the top of the curtains.
Yeah.
But not so, and kids were climbing up the curtains, getting to the top of the stacks, and diving off into the pit.
Yeah.
That's the first one. And then the other one that was most amazing was I was at this place called the Paramount in Seattle, and they have a balcony.
Yep.
And we were watching Slayer, and kids were jumping off the balcony into the pit.
Crazy.
Off the balcony, like a
For
whole
balcony down.
300-400 feet into the fucking pit of people, and people were catching them. Nobody got hurt.
What?
My eyes were like, you know, saucers. It was
crazy.
And seeing a Slayer show is fucking incredible.
Our last mosh pit, we opened for Dwarves.
Dwarfs, yeah.
My wife got her foot broken foot.
For the
in the Dwarves.
A couple times broken. She did.
That's when she broke her foot.
She was in the pit and broke her pit. You know, well, that's wild enough as you go. That's wild enough.
Yeah.
But you know, it depends. It's so weird. Like when we play with more hardcore bands, because our style like crosses over a couple of different ways. You know, not really metal, but also like we can do punk and
definitely you fit perfect to different rock styles
and whatever. But
blues.
And blues. But also, what's fun? It's fun because people like we like it when people like throwing beers at the stage, like in approval. Like when you're doing good, like they throw beers. Like that was with the Dwarves. It was fucking great because we would kick into like you know, X-Ray Eyes, you know, the first and closer that we do.
Yeah.
Fast drum beat, and there would be a mosh pit and beers flying, and there was water and beer like flowing from the ceiling. We're like, all right, great show. You know?
Yeah, definitely. If you are support or support band came from a hardcore background, I will definitely be there and see how people mosh to the Cutthroat Brothers.
They do.
And beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, the deal with the Cutthroat Brothers is it really spans across. You can mosh, you can dance, you can slam, you can do it all.
I don't know if you can slam.
Oh yeah.
People do. All kind of music slamming.
Cutthroat Brothers?
Yeah.
Okay. A slow slam. It's like the slow couples skate or dance. like
slow motion.
Yeah.
Slow motion. A snowball.
You what?
Snowball.
A slow ball?
Slow ball?
A slow ball. Welcome to the slow ball.
No, snowball.
No, you don't say snowball.
Slow ball.
Slow ball.
Slow. Yeah.
So, okay.
Thank you very much. New record, Devil in Berlin, out now. You heard it. The guys will be on tour later this year. Check them out. Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you next time. Have a nice tour.
Yes,
see you next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Ciao.
Moshpit Passion, you know, for the passion of music.